everyone, it's Eva here. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, which means a brand new Sims 4 speed build, and today I can proudly present you a modern beach mansion that I did, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. If you've been watching me for a while now, you will probably know how much I struggle with building in Sulani, just because there's so many things that I just don't love about that world. It's too colorful, too bright. The lots aren't really my kind of thing because they're all in the water or like half in the water. But yeah, I decided to give it another go. This one is actually like a proper beach mansion because it is fully on the beach, like it's almost its own island, on the water, like with a beautiful pool in the actual sea. Specifically, it's the Reef Finery lot, which is a 40 by 30. Not a lot of it is actually on sand, most of it is actually in the water, but you know, it's fine. I think it works for this look. Originally, I was actually looking for more of a lot that is like, I don't know, on a mountain or on a hill, like overlooking the sea with a beautiful view of the beaches and the sea and everything. But unfortunately, the lots that we have didn't really fulfill that requirement. My inspiration were kind of like Ibiza villas, Mallorca homes, something like that. I've been to Mallorca so many times and I miss it so much, and I can't wait to go back, hopefully some point soon. But yeah, that was the vibe that I was going for, which is why Sulani just didn't really fit. I think Sulani is way more tropical than like Ibiza or Mallorca. There's just like a lot of lush greenery, and in the places where I've been in Spain, everything is really dry and kind of like faded, not really green, if you get me. But yeah, unfortunately Sulani does not provide that environment, so I had to kind of come up with something that works in Sulani but is inspired by those like Mediterranean homes. So yeah, I kind of had to transport that Mediterranean vibe that I was going for into Sulani, and one way of doing that is I am building with a reshade on. So this one is by Sunny Simsy, but I kind of modified it in order to fit with Sulani. Like I said, Sulani is way too bright for me. I don't like this like really vibrant colorway of everything, so I toned it down with this reshade, and yeah, I'm loving it. It's much more brown, toned down, like more realistic, which is very much what I was looking for. And for the tour, I also used a different reshade, which is even more gorgeous, and I alternated it a little bit again just to make it really realistic and kind of like a really beautiful beach getaway. Also on the inside, I wanted to incorporate this very Mediterranean look, which is what I've been wanting to do for so long. I've been gathering inspo pics for weeks now, and I'm so loving this style that I decided to really go fully through with it on the interior as well. It's still very modern, but of course there are more touches that are very nature inspired, so a lot of brown, there's a lot of wood, there's a lot of like natural materials, which was very important for this look because I think it really highlights this aesthetic of Mediterranean modern minimalistic vibe, and I am absolutely in love with it. I'm genuinely so proud of how this turned out, like interior as well as exterior, but the interior is just like, this might be one of my favorite houses that I've ever built in The Sims 4, and it is located in Sulani. Like, who is she? I never thought this day would come where I would say that I love this house in Sulani so much, but yeah, I really do. If you are a fan of these beach homes or Sulani homes, then do let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up and also subscribing to my channel. Both of these things really support me so much, and also kind of show me which type of builds you'd like to see again or more of in the future. So yeah, I'd be really grateful for that. And one thing that I did for this video, which was very exciting to me and also very time consuming, was last week I created some gallery art by using real life pictures. So nothing that's already in the game like I did before. These are actual like really cool gallery paintings that I made, and I made so many. You have no idea, and I can't wait to use them all. But basically you create your own custom content in a way, and then make Sims draw those paintings, so it doesn't get flagged as CC. There's like lots of tricks to this. It's very complex and very time consuming, like I said, but it was so much fun and I enjoyed it so much that I literally did so many pictures, and I can't wait to show you them all. And I think actually, except for the kitchen island that I covered up in like a stony look, all of the pictures that you see are made by me. I've been really wanting a lot of minimalistic abstract art that is very toned down in brown tones and like watercolors and shapes and line art and everything like that. I actually had a blast creating them and I can't wait for you to see all of them bit by bit. If you're wanting to download the ones that I used for this build, then you can. I will upload them in the future on my gallery. Yeah. Can't wait for you to see them all and do your magic in your own builds with them. Oh yeah, and I always forget this, to tell you the specs of the house or the mansion. I didn't want to build too high up because I think in Sulani that just looks odd, just because it's right by the beach, and if you have like 3 or 4 floors, I think that would look, I don't know, a bit much. So I kind of kept it quite small. It's still really spacious in my opinion. I mean, it has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and I mean the gorgeous living area that is humongous, and I love those like open doors. I created some kind of blinds or doors, like foldable doors that can open up, and I created them with there's a sculpture from Get Together and then the eco lifestyle lines, so it kind of looks like there is a door to it, because otherwise it's just the door frame from Journey to Batu. And yeah, I love the look of these like open folded doorways. I wish we had more open doors. I've said this before, I wish we had more open doors with these kind of doorways folding out or something like that. Anyway, we have a kids room and a nursery again, because a lot of you guys have been asking for more family homes, and I thought maybe this would be the perfect place to incorporate more kids rooms and nurseries. The thing about nurseries is always I turn them into slightly boho-y style, which fit really well with this Mediterranean look that I was going for in this entire house. It really worked well, and again I used my crib idea where I used some debug items and slabs to create like a really cool crib, and it is functional, so the toddlers can sit on there and nap on there, and that is fine by me. It doesn't have to be a real bed, but as long as they can nap and sit and eat and whatever, I'm happy with it. I hope you enjoy the look of this kind of style, and the kids rooms, because I never really build kids rooms or like nursery, so for me it's always like a bit of a pain to create those, but yeah, I really hope you like these. And also one thing that I did a lot in this build is I modified furniture, like existing furniture, by using the dine out sign that I always use. You know me, I love that sign. And also the slab from Spa Day, because they don't have a big footprint, which means technically you can place them and Sims can still use objects, because other things like surfaces and stuff like that usually have a big footprint and you can't really place them around items, because then they won't be accessible to Sims anymore, and it's like pointless. Because when I build custom furniture, I obviously want it to be functional for Sims, because otherwise what's the point in making it? And both the sign and the slab work perfectly well to be placed around beds and chairs and sofas and all that stuff, which is why I created like the bed and the outside chairs and outside sofas and the lounge chairs. All of those are made with those signs and slabs, because I really wanted a more dark brown look. And one thing that I struggle with those swatches that we get, like the pre-existing swatches, is that not everything matches, or you can't really, like, you would like the cushions to be in this color, but then the frame is in a different color that you don't like and it doesn't match. So yeah, I really wanted on those lounge chairs and like the outside chairs, I really wanted that kind of creamy colored chair bit, but I didn't like the light brown wood, so I've replaced that with dark brown wood dine out signs. And I actually prefer using those in-game items to using gallery art for this stuff, because you can't really hide the white edges of gallery art as well. I think it works well in like kitchen cupboards, kitchen counters, stuff like that, but once it's like out and about, you can always see those little white lines, and I I don't know, it's one of my pet peeves. I try to avoid them as much as possible, but it's so hard. And when you use gallery art, they're always there. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot, talking about gallery art, the one that I used in the kitchen to cover up the kitchen counters, so not the island, but the kitchen counters, those are also by me. And for that, I made a sim paint the side of my beloved Seasons side table that I always use because it just looks so natural and rough and like real. I love it so much. But yeah, I made a sim paint the side of that because it's such a gorgeous wooden, kind of detailed wooden surface, and covered up the sides of the kitchen counter. I will also upload those, so there's a lot of gallery art awaiting you after this video. But yeah, that's pretty much it about this house. You know the drill, the speed build is coming to an end and the tour is coming up, so you see everything in beautiful reshade and in like really beautiful lighting and everything. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy that tour. Like I said, do hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you next Wednesday with another Sims 4 speed build. Bye!